She's all stripped down. I find it crazy how big these things look when they've got all the bodywork and everything on. But to me, when they're stripped down, they look small. I won't say small, but they look nowhere near as big as they do in person. So, on this, it's going to get a wash tomorrow. I've persuaded the old man to wash it for me, as I am at work and he is not. So, before DQ7 hours, is much a list for me as to keep you guys informed on what's going on. Start front to back. 1 CV boot to do. 2 CV boots to do. Grease all over. So I'm just going to replace those axles. Just going to pull them out, put new ones in. Not new ones, but ones I've got spare. New pads all the way around. As we're doing 7 hour. Bleed all the brakes up again. Okay. Sort that steering play out. That's getting worse. Well, that wasn't so good. Set the garage alarm off. Brilliant. So, like I was saying, steering play. Sort that out. It's getting worse every time, so... And I keep ripping CV boots, so... I'm not sure if I've put a shaved down pitman arm in here. I'm going to replace it anyway. I think I've got a brand new stock one. I would like a J Parts one, but I don't currently have that money to just splash on a pitman when these work. So, that's the front end. Like I say, bleed the brakes. I think my brakes got pretty warm this weekend. As you can see, around there, got a bit of leakage, so I think I've had a fair bit of expansion and it's pushed its way out. Air filter. I think I've done another engine rubber, which is brilliant because I'm running out of the things. Cleaned, oiled. So it's oil change and filter change this time. Like I say, it's oil change every 2 races and filter change every 2 oil swaps. I have to, as well, swap the front diff. So that will help with the pitman issue. Means 2 birds, 1 stone. I'll basically have this full front end apart on this bike. I've got to get that all done this week. Wiring 4-wheel drive properly instead of on my little dinky switch. I have a proper another fuse box to go in there to wire in a few other little tricks I've got on my sleeve. And that is that. I need to brush off this radiator. Get all the shit out of it. Yeah, these aren't made for kids, I swear. A lot. Too much. Need to stop it, but oh well. Also this weekend, I had a good day shopping. Got 5 IT rims. These are some of the best rims out there for the Scrambler for racing. 12 inch, only 1 inch offset, so keeps it nice and narrow and turns well. So got 4 Demon shafts, pretty good. I'm basically just hoarding loads and loads of race parts for Scramblers. So in the eventuality you do watch these, which likelihood slim, and you do a race to Scrambler, if you need any parts at all, shoot me a message on Instagram. I think I put it in the descriptions on these. If not, I think it's JB99_racing. Fairly sure that's it. Probably got the parts you want. And at a good price too, because I need the space. Definitely cheaper than buying them brand new. Obviously they are used parts, but I keep all my stuff in good condition. What else is there? Again, tidy up time. I say this every sodding time, but it is tidy up time. Parts for this are coming on Monday. It is currently Tuesday evening at just shy of 10 o'clock. Yes, gearbox shaft is on its way from the States. Should be here. I do have to get the suspension refilled with nitrogen on these as well, as it's lost it and I've lost the rebound clicks, which is very annoying. And then I've got to fully set it all up. So this bike is getting closer, but it's still nowhere near absolutely spot on where I want it. But we're getting there. But obviously, main prep this next week and this week and the next week, leading up to Bank Holiday weekend, for the 7 hour is prep that thing. For the 7 hour, I'll be taking absolutely loads of fuel. We do measure how much fuel we use per race. So the first round we used 13 litres, which meant I could have done the full thing on one tank, no refuel. This time we've used more. I can't remember how many was in that. I think we were at, what did I do? I put 6 in. So I think we've added about 8 in for the race. Something like that anyway. I'll work it all out. I do all my times and things like that for it. I've also taken a full spare set of wheels. 7 hours, why not? I am doing it Ironman, so that's just me and the bike, 7 hours. What else is there to do? I think that's about it. I'll update you. I'll say I'll update you, but it'll be in the same video. As I'm doing bits to that, I'll probably do a bit while I've got the front end apart. And I will definitely tell you if I swap the pitman arm and if I've shaved it down or not. Because if I have, you really need to be careful how much you shave off it. Because although it does increase your steering angle and it is quite handy, it can also lead to you ripping CV boots every race, which is what I do at this rate. And then when you get halfway through the race and your front brakes don't work, it is very annoying. Also, really quickly, just ramble on in these things, rear brakes don't work very well, and I think that is due to how I've got this brake line routed. It's got too many ups and downs in it, so I'm very tempted to just disconnect it, whack it under the engine and back up if it'll reach, because I'm sick of them not biting like the fronts do. The fronts bite incredibly well, and I know you always have a bit more front bias due to momentum putting you forward when you're braking, but yeah, it's more than like a 50% difference. I think I've got a blocked right rear caliper as well, because when I'm bleeding them, barely any fluid comes out of that compared to my left. So I think I've got something there as well. Honestly, it's just never ending in this garage. But cracking on, so I shall see you soon. Told you I'd be back, and I am. Finally, the magic parts box has arrived from America. Numero uno. New seat cover for the pink bike. Again, this will go off and have my logo put on there, like you see on the other one. Right, now should move this out of the way. Pow. And then, as if by magic, full pro YouTuber style, all my parts are just magically arranged where I want them. So, this is the gearbox shaft and damper from J Parts. This is a rear prop shaft I picked up at a steal of a price. So, Mr. J Parts is a little bit naughty. Well, he never actually advertises it though, but it's a Polaris part. He sells it and it's probably getting a markup. It's a Polaris part. It has a Polaris part number. I've researched the part numbers and I found them, and it should confirm my suspicion. I actually bought this from NCB in the States, who buy it from J Parts and then shipped it over here, because it ended up being £600 cheaper to buy it in America and send it over the ocean to me than buying it in Europe and sending it over, and that's including delivery. £600 from J Parts. Wanted £300 to ship just that and that. 300. It's criminal. So yeah, that's on at least. I am going to try slide that over the original bent splines, see if it is actually any bigger. Now I know it's a Polaris part number, so I'll get back to you when I've done that. Here we are, here's the original. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. It is a lot bigger, is the new one. Oh, I think they say it's 25% bigger. But if you want the part numbers for them, let me know. I can send you them over, because, yeah, admittedly, when I've priced it up, it wasn't actually much dairy, if any dairy. It's probably about £50 difference between buying it from Polaris in the UK to buying it from J-Parts and getting it sent all the way over. The only difference was the wait time. So I just had to wait from that to go from place to place in America, then get boxed up and everything and sent over to the UK. So that's probably taken me, I've probably had that bought for over a month now. Whereas if it was from Polaris UK, I could have probably had it within a week. So that's the main issue / difference. So any Polaris dealership should be able to get you those parts. I got this, quick side story, because it is an older style prop shaft, and you will see that there is no hole in this crossbar, and it's also not bent, which is good. No holes. Whereas if you come to, I'm going to have to sod and get it with 2 seconds. Yeah, look at the difference. Yes, this is the newer version, although it's a much stronger shaft. This is all stronger. This is a terrible, terrible idea. I'll insert a video clip of what happened to a good friend of ours, Nick, on his scrambler, on a newer one, when he had one of these on. Put it this way, it cost him a set of clutches and nearly a rear diff, because that explodes. So yes, good news, parts are here. Bad news, they arrived at the wrong time. So I've got bugger all time as it is to prep that. So this won't be getting touched until, not next week, the week after. This needs to be up and running for round 3, that's what I've said. Round 3, that needs to be on my trailer. Next one. Engine mount is a bit on the slide. I feel like it might be okay, might not be. We'll chance it. Dad kindly washed this off for me because I went and played rugby last night. Awfully nice of him. We'll have a second wash down, but I will be stripping this. I'll be getting it up and out of the way because the front end needs to come apart, so I'll do some jiggery pokery in here and get things shifted around. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already. We are keeping track of fuel, so I'll top this up before I go to 7 hour and record how much I used at the last race. So should we know how much was in that, we can find out how much is left and take it off, and then we can find out exactly how much we've done. Shazzy's washed it, but terrible. That's a 5 out of 10 for effort, that, Dad, if you watch these, because I know you do. Yeah, 5 out of 10 for effort on that one. Should have done it myself. Anyway, I'll get shifting around, get my tunes on. Catch you in a minute.